Sleep is the king and queen of weight loss. So many people don't realize how important sleep is when it comes to wanting to lose weight or fat, right? So what happens when you don't get enough sleep? You don't get enough sleep, you're running on fumes, it starts building up over time, and this has a direct impact on your hormones. Like, you're running on empty, okay? You're feeling like a bit of a zombie because you're knackered, right? You may have bags under your eyes and everything else. And then what happens is your hormones are affected by this, right? By this kind of stress on the system whereby the body hasn't had time to repair itself. So by not having the time to repair itself, it's then kind of always on catch up. And as part of this catch up process, what it's doing is it's impacting your hormonal levels, like the chemicals in your body. That basically your hormones are what helps your body to signal various parts of the body to do things, right? It's like its messaging system. But when you have lack of sleep, especially for long periods of time, in terms of not getting enough sleep, your hormone levels, your chemical levels are imbalanced in the body, and one effect is on your hormones, which control your hunger and control how full you feel, okay? Leptin and ghrelin, they're the two main ones, okay? And by getting little sleep or not enough sleep, basically your hormones are out of whack and your hunger goes through the roof and your hormone levels, which tell you that you're full, are totally out of kilter. And so it's no wonder that when you're sleep deprived, you end up eating total crap and eating a lot of it, because your hunger is like hangry, right? I can only describe it as being hangry, where you're hungry and angry because you can't inhale the food quick enough. And at the same time, these hormones that would normally tell you that you're full aren't working properly, so therefore you're then inhaling even more food than you normally would have because of this sleep, because you feel shitty, because your blood sugar levels are low, because you're just not running 100%, because you're not getting enough of that restorative sleep. Because when you do sleep better, when you do sleep regularly, that stuff really does help with bringing those hormones back into balance, so that you don't have this ravenous feeling of not being able to control what is actually going in your mouth, whereas ultimately you do, but the hormones are really, really strong in terms of signaling us to just go for the food, like a seafood diet, in terms of whatever you see, you just get hold of. And it's very difficult, because if you're sleep deprived and you're trying to lose weight at the same time, it doesn't really work as well. It's not the optimum conditions for you to lose weight, all right? Yes, you do need a calorie deficit and everything, but if your sleep is crap, then you feel crap. And then subjecting yourself to some kind of calorie deficit as well is just a big no-no, because it's just not sustainable. So sleep is the king and queen of weight loss. And if you're trying to lose weight and it's not happening, one aspect to look at is your sleep. How well are you sleeping? How regularly are you sleeping? What is your pre-sleep routine like? How are you feeling when you wake up? Are you refreshed, or are you really sluggish and horrible? Are you snoozing 15 times before you get out of bed? There are simple things that you can do to improve your sleep that will make a massive difference with ultimately your hunger and your fullness, which then has a knock-on effect with how well you can actually lose the weight if you want to. All right, so sleep is the king and queen of weight loss. So look at ways to improve your sleep by 1, getting it regularly, 2, getting enough, and 3, improving the quality of your sleep by looking at what you're eating and drinking before. All right, so if you're not getting enough sleep, change it, and change it fast. It is possible to change how well you sleep and how much you sleep. It's just about rejigging things, changing your routines, because if what you've been doing hasn't worked so far, then it'll be crazy for you to continue thinking that you're going to get different results. Okay, sleep is the king and queen of weight loss. So if you nail your sleep, then you have a much better chance of nailing your weight loss if that is what you're trying to achieve.